Today is time for another world's first, because I caught 6 shiny Pokemon in 6 completely different Pokemon games, and even regions, and made the ultimate shiny team, all in order to beat a completely different Pokemon game. I guess I should explain, what exactly a shiny Pokemon is, since they can be so rare. Some of you may never even stumbled upon one. Shiny Pokemon. More or less 4-leaf clovers. A rare variant of the regular 3-leaf clover pals here, but come on, that's basic. This one right here is rare and shiny. It's much different. This bad boy only comes around once in a lifetime, or once in, 8,192. Really depends on where you are. But just like 4-leaf clovers, what are these things actually good for? Anything? People may say they bring good luck. Yep. I'm gonna need a lot of that. So how about it? Let's hop into our time machines and do a little shiny hunting in the past. All in order for us to become the Pokemon champion of the future. With only shiny Pokemon. So we can't exactly start becoming a Pokemon champion without any, Pokemon. So let's go back to 1999, where shiny Pokemon all started, all the way back on the Game Boy Color with Pokemon Gold, Silver, and crystal amphetamines. We'll be playing these games in the Nintendo 3DS Virtual Console. That way, we can actually transfer up our shiny Pokemon up legitimately via Pokemon Home. I think a great starter Pokemon would actually make for a shiny baby Pokemon. So, how about we start heading towards the daycare? Although we have, quite a bit of game to play in order to actually start shiny hunting, it's not actually going to be that bad. Because, for starters, we're playing Generation 2, the best Pokemon games ever. Definitely not based off nostalgia. Oh no. I would never. Oh, and reason number 2, I made sure to set up a second, far less hard shiny hunt that we can do at the same time. Only if I was a Machamp. I could shiny hunt 4 Pokemon games at the same time, all the time. I get a video every week. I am shiny Pokemon. So I set us up at Pokemon Let's Go in the Viridian Forest because, you don't really have to do much. You just wait. Shiny Pokemon really just show up. No, seriously, it's that easy. So easy, in fact. We're actually going to have to scrap our whole baby starter idea, because we've already gotten a shiny Pokemon, and we've only beat the first gym in Crystal. So what did our shiny starter end up being? A Caterpie. You'd think this not be so good, but actually the first gym in this game's grass. So how bad could it really be? It's actually far worse than I could have ever expected. But honestly, after Metapod evolved at the low level of level 10, yep, level 10, gotta love them bug types. I guess it's only fair since most of them only have a lifespan of 48 hours. I've had shiny hunts last longer than some of these bugs' lives. I think it's only fair and far more interesting if we only transfer up a shiny Pokemon once we've collected a gym badge. Meaning we'll have a full shiny team by the time we get to Gym 5. I can do the maths. Just look at it. It's so beautiful. Look at the butterfly shine. Isn't it a little strange? There's no criminal organization in this game. And for a game based in the United Kingdom, we're supposed to believe that the worst thing ever is overhyped soccer fans taking the place of the quote-unquote criminals. Hello, welcome to the f***ing Galar region, mate. Make sure to steer clear from them Team Yell over there. Overhyped soccer simps they are. But alas, we make it to the gym. It's not actually the first gym, is it? No, that would have been way too convenient. You see, we just haven't watched enough cutscenes yet. That's the problem. This is actually just the gym to introduce the gyms. Oh, and you can't forget, you gotta pick your jersey number. And of course we picked number 9. Obviously. Mambo number 9? I really thought that was obvious. But one thing I didn't choose? The name on the back. It looks oddly like it says something else. The new professor in training in this region quickly reminds us that the Galar region is basically still in the coal mining business. But instead of giving your pops the black lung here, the coal in this region makes your Pokemon go big. And then she, makes sure to hands us an escape rope. Oh, wow. I really didn't think that things were that bad in the Galar region. Giving me a way out that easily, just like that. This wouldn't happen to be what you guys call, hanging out here, is it? Oh. This is why you can only use escape rope in caves. Because that's the only place you run into this f***ing guy. Because you already know, no modern Pokemon is complete without having at least 3 rivals. How could I forget? We got a regular, over-eccentric, energetic, optimistic rival, edgy rival in the Simp Criminal Organization fan base, and of course, Beatty, just a boy rival. Yeah, you know what? I think I've seen enough in this world already. I don't want to be here anymore. Might be time to use the escape road. After a very few minor delays, we finally get our chance to battle a gym leader. feels like we've been playing this game for hours, even though it's only been an hour and 40 minutes. You know, we finally get to use giant shiny Butterfree. You can use the same attack 3 times to beat the whole gym. No, I'm sorry to do that to you, Milo. I'm sure you're a nice guy. Gotta go back to 1999 and hatch some eggs, so I hope you understand. I gotta leave. And now that we've beat Gym 1 in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and Gym 1 and 2 in Crystal, we can start hatching odd eggs for our not-so-starter Pokemon. And after about 3 hours of great odds but terribly slow egg hatching, we eventually get a shiny Tyrogue, in which I immediately fail into making a Hitmontop. Come on, Hitmonchan? Looks pretty cool too, don't you think? I actually performed this on my original 3DS in 2018. And that's the shiny Hitmonchan I'll be trading up to our Sword and Shield here for nostalgia purposes. And not because I left him sitting in a box for almost 5 years. And the least I can do for this guy is let him be a champion. Call this guy Hitmonchamp. Just look at his smile. He's so happy. You telling me you can say no to that childlike innocence with the strength of 13 grown men? You think I'm kidding? Yeah, it's all fun and games until he lights his fist with the power of a Zeus lightning bolt, punches you in the face. Also, second gym, literally only a few steps away for some reason. Where we find out that Beatty, he's actually endorsed by basically the president of the Galar region. You know, I already knew you thought you were, above society, but Justin Trudeau boosting your confidence too? So we get into our football kit. It's time for some easy peasy, totally not confusing Zelda puzzles. Well, not for me. I'm sort of a puzzle master in this category. Now it's time to battle Nessa, the water gym leader. I open up with Butterfree, who may be at a large disadvantage here. But I use the totally legal, but not exactly fair tactic of Sleep Powder and knocking out her first 2 Pokemon from in their sleep. While they dream of waves, or the beach, or hurricane disasters plaguing humanity due to global warming. Just whatever the fish dream of. I don't know. This is all until she brings out her last Pokemon, Dreadnought, which seems to be like a fusion between, Blastoise and Bowser, I presume. We bring out the blue corner, the green boxing legend known as Hitmonchamp, the undefeated 50-0, who now has a chance to make it even bigger. No, seriously. He's very large now. He's sticking out of the stadium even. And we're up against his equally as large Water Bowser, looking like an epic battle straight out of a 1960s Godzilla movie. Until finally, Ultraman over here defeats Chimera, and the world is saved. Or do we just entertained a crowd of 20,000 people and got a gym badge? Honestly, isn't that the same thing? Isn't it all the same? Another gym badge only means one thing. It's time for another shiny Pokemon. And this time, let's head to 2013 in the Kalos region, in Pokemon X and Y, and start shiny hunting there in the Fred Safari. In this method, encountering a shiny Pokemon can be as low as 1 in 820. Yeah, still doesn't sound too good, does it? It's much better than the regular 1 in 4,096 that this game has to offer. But it did still take about 5 hours of being completely unlucky. But here it is, shiny Pikachu in all of its glory. The face of a franchise, and almost a nation at this point, having sucked billions of dollars out of people's pockets since 1996. You know the guy? In Japan, Mickey Mouse. I mean, come on. He's the only Pokemon to have a voice actor. He's a pretty big deal around here. And I got this particular shiny Pokemon all the way back in 2016. To be able to make this Pikachu a champion in the most recent Pokemon games would be very much of an honor. Especially it being my second ever shiny Pokemon that I ever caught in the 3rd dimension. The first place spot's gotta go to my Charizard, or should I say, my Charizard. Very creative nickname I gave it there. After our victory over Nessa, we're given the privilege of the non-skippable option of having dinner with Trudeau himself, where he not once even acknowledges us. Yep, continues to have a conversation, right through us. With Sonya, great talk, just glad to be here. And what better way to follow this up than with a cave? With every cave comes a Beatty battle. Now I understand why you can only use escape rope in caves. Also, interestingly enough, in this game, it's even a key item. See, I have no idea why you would need more than one. But after beating Beatty, Team Yell, and even a battle with their Simp Queen, they pour their Tier 3 subs into Marnie, the 3rd rival, who has a hangry Pikachu Gengar thing. We're already at the next gym. And that's actually the first gym that we visited. Except this time, we actually get to battle. Not too sure why I haven't pointed this out yet, but there's actually this kind of cool feature, and every Pokemon that we've caught in other regions displays what game they were caught in. For example, you know, we got the Pikachu/Eevee logo for Pokemon Let's Go. We even got the Game Boy logo for Hitmonchan over here, you know, since we caught it in the Virtual Console, and even the Kalos Region Pentagon. You know what, Pikachu's old when I caught it before I even used the name R9 Beats in Pokemon games, or even R9. But anyways, it's time for the Fire Gym. One of the lamest but most interesting puzzles for a gym so far. You battle a wild Pokemon with a trainer, and whoever knocks out the opposing Pokemon get a point. It requires 5 points to move on. The trainer accompanying you in these battles are just trying to sabotage you the whole time around. And just means you gotta knock out their 2 Pokemon before even attempting to defeat the wild one. Annoying? Yes. Hard? No. Finally, Mr. Mosby, our way to the actual challenge. You know, the gym leader himself. Everyone's favorite old gym class teacher, Kabu. And he puts up a hell of a fight. If I wasn't able to paralyze his 9-tailed fox demon, Pikachu would have never stood a chance. I do have a major bone to pick with this game, though. Whenever you or the gym leader switch Pokemon, it seems to be only in these battles, there's this very long, awkward pause. It's even more noticeable when you throw out a shiny Pokemon. Honestly, you know, it's really getting on my nerves. And I know, yeah, these are first world problems, but come on, I want my 30 seconds back of my life. This is not acceptable. I'll only be accepting that in cash, or credit, or direct deposit. Hell, I'll even take a check. Mark on Twitter if you're offering. And even a paralyzed Arcanine is faster than a shiny Butterfree, kids. Crucial life information, make sure to write that down. The Butterfly eventually beats the large dog with an air slash, and it's time for his final Pokemon, Centiskorch. It's like a Chinese dragon fused with a centipede. If only they took, you know, the least interesting part of the dragon. Every single feature of the centipede. Well, since we're both bug Pokemon, may as well make them massive monsters to give the crowd the heebie-jeebies. Wait, that one's slightly different now. What's going on here? I guess a few Pokemon have Gigantamax forms. Not to be confused with the Dynamax forms that we've been seeing through the video so far. These Gigantamax forms are new transformations. They even have specific attacks that only that Pokemon has access to. You see, this one just got bigger flame whiskers and became a little bit more windy and such. But some of the later gym leaders here, and even the champion, have far better ones. It's always a major improvement on the design overall. The giant shiny Butterfree, however, does do a massive lateral tornado towards it. The hopes to put out that centipede's flames comes up short, and we're hit by the largest fire jutsu the world's ever seen, you know, from a bug at least. And now it's time for a classic fairy tale. The boxer versus the centipede. You know the one I just made up? After we survive yet another fire Hadouken, 2 thunder punches are enough to beat this gym. You see, this is where I took a break from being a massive gamer and went outside to touch grass when this happened. Yup, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got here. Well, you see, I opened my phone and I clicked the Zigzagoon. So, say hello to Shiny Zigzagoon from the region of Canada. You know, although Zigzagoon is pretty cool, it was my first shiny I ever caught in Sapphire as a kid. You know, Red Gyarados doesn't count. The shiny Galarian Zigzagoon, much cooler. You know, his colors kind of look like Colgate toothpaste. Hop actually shows us he's a pretty nice friend. And battle's speedy for us, so that we can continue on. Even though we later find out that he lost the battle, and it crushed his entire self-confidence. What? So much so, he almost quit the gym challenge. I mean, all because you lost? You know, I feel bad. You know, every time I've battled you, I beat you. I didn't realize it was that big of a deal. Oh, it's much deeper than that. He compared you to your brother, who happens to be the champion of the whole region, and said you disgraced his name. You know what? Maybe I should hold on to your escape rope for a little while, you know, just in case. He later gets his confidence back after a quick battle with us, where I repeatedly punch his Pokemon in the face. You know, problem solved. Well, this one's got one of the strangest Zelda puzzles, I'm not gonna lie. I guess it's like that one ride from the fair where you turn the middle piece as fast as you can and it will spin you. Except in this one, you're going down like a Plinko board, if that's even what it's called. I don't know, I just play. And there's even some, you know, ghost arms to help push you around. You see, I don't know, man. It seems like a major puke hazard if you ask me. You're just trying to get me off my game for the gym battle? I don't think 20,000 people want to see a Gigantamax puke all over the stadium. I don't know, maybe that's what you ghost gym leaders are into in the Galar region. You got some puke culture. The gym battle itself, not so bad whatsoever. You know, I just use a few moves here and there. You know, honestly, not even too sure if it hit me, now that I think about it. The gym leader is just like a kid wearing a mask. How scary is that? Oh, look at me, so scared. The gameplay playing in the back? You see, I just don't recall. But I do remember one thing. eventually taking out his Gigantamax Gengar, who ended up being, the creepiest bouncy castle I've ever seen, and getting ourselves another gym badge. Meaning it's time we open up our 3DS yet again and play everyone's favorite Gen 7, Sun and Moon. Ultra Sun and Moon, anyone? Yeah, I didn't think so. But at least we can do some Ultra Wormholes. Just kidding. Never played Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon far enough to even get there. So how about regular Sun and Moon, where we can just do some SOS battles? This isn't nearly as fun as I remember it being. No, how about we just get onto our, trusty Tauros and trot in circles? Just until we hatch our shiny Scyther. Well, what's the big difference? It's got rhubarb-colored arms? That's phony. It's not even a real shiny Pokemon. Much better. We got a shiny Scissorman. That's a real shiny. Hatched all the way back in 2017, where I named it Full Metal. Probably after the Sonic OVA, the original Sonic movie, kids, if you didn't know. Shiny Scizor gotta be one of my favorite shinies of all time. I mean, it's so cool. A Alola region icon is just a flower. I'm really liking how our whole team have different insignias on them. For example, Pokemon Go, or should I say, G. Interestingly enough, BD gets himself into some real big trouble here. Now, although it's not technically in a cave we're encountering him in here, he's actually trying to dig one, believe it or not. Yep, I'm not even kidding. He's attempting to destroy ancient historic monument, all in order to get the president some power coal. Can you blame the kid? I've heard some crazy conspiracy theories of what people will do for oil for their presidents. Like flying planes into... You see, the kid's just misguided, that's all. He wants to make his president proud. Except the president said, oh no, fuck you. Never in my town ever again. No more gym challenge for you, kid. Back to the slums. What? See, I don't even know. I guess he was adopted by the president, more or less. No wonder the kid did it. And funny enough, after everyone leaves and he's been punished, it all ends up being a positive thing that he attacked this monument. There's also a historic statue behind it. One where Jesus was actually 2 dogs, or dog Pokemon. He defeated the devil with the sword and shield. Hence the name on the box and whatnot. Say what? How about all the punishment you gave Beatty? He did find this after all. And you're just gonna act like, oh, would you look at that? More evidence of our lost history. Jesus was actually 2 dogs. Who would have guessed it? I mean, just back at the hotel, they had him pegged as the large gladiator with a sword and shield. Let's just walk through the large pixie garden to clear our minds here a little bit. The only thing it's missing? Large garden gnomes. This area is really cool, though, I gotta admit. I just wish it wasn't just one path, like the other 90% of this game's routes happen to be. But I did just notice that out of our 5 shiny Pokemon so far, only Pikachu and Scizor have the star shiny effects. All our other Pokemon have a box shiny effect. Why this is even in the game? I couldn't tell you. But at the end of the Pixie Garden, or the Yellow Brick Road, is Fairy Garden Town, which looks so cool and impressive. It's just too bad you can't do anything here. It's literally just a gym and a Pokemon Center. You know when people say, millionaires don't change? Oh, look at Pokemon Company. They lost their drive. You give them a few $1 billion to boost their ego. They're going to make cool designs for no reason for you ever to come back and see them. There's making a game with linear routes and gyms so close together that they almost touch. But don't get me wrong, this game still has its perks, and I did enjoy it. Just enough to buy it. Twice. The next gym leader is actually a fairy gym. Scizor here is part steel. This was by far the easiest gym battle we've ever had. They really didn't stand a chance. Dynamax shiny Scizor with the forest peeking out behind the gym. One of the coolest things in this game has to offer. It's even like a gold with the Dynamax effect on him. Nothing stands a chance against Super Saiyan Giant Scizor. Not even a 6-layer 400-foot cake monster. That's so sweet once the liquid steel spikes get to you, are you? Another gym badge and another shiny to catch. This one, I hopped into Legends Arceus. A game I've played, far too much. And failed not 1, but 2 shiny Pokemon in attempts to find our last shiny team member. This one, I hopped into a real time machine. Get it? Because this game is in ancient times? Just before indoor plumbing was ever a thing. You gotta wipe with a Leafeon here, I presume. Actually, after about 3 hours and 2 failed shiny Pokemon, I get us the shiny Rhyhorn, which almost made for a very stacked Gen 1 team. But since you can actually evolve these Pokemon without trading, we got ourselves a Gen 4 shiny Rhyperior. Goblin Rock, as I named this girl. It is a great addition to our team. And now that we have our full shiny team, we can easily blow past this game. Well, I'm honestly convinced, at least 99.9% of this game's trainers are optional. I think this game may have the least amount of trainer battles, if you didn't count the, 9,000 rival fights. I can usually make it between the gyms without battling any more than 2 trainers tops. And most of the time, not even a single trainer at all. But one or 2 trainers later, we finally make it to the ice gym, where the silly puzzles are not that hard. And they're very forgiving once I realized if you ever do make a mistake, how slight the punishment even was. The ice gym leader, Melanie, holds up with a frost mob, who we just bullet punch with Scizor, ending its 24-hour lifespan. Snowman Darmanitan, on the other hand, it took a lot more effort to knock out. And even landed a pretty hefty blow on us. Our next Pokemon is Ice Cube, a penguin with a very large ice cube on its head. You can't even deal damage to it until you crack the ice cube, which can actually come back if she uses hail. So we spend 2 turns attacking it before we can even, do damage to it. We eventually take it out, leaving only her Lapras, who has a Gigantamax form, of course, has large floating musical ice notes and sheet music all around. And you can't forget its exclusive G move spawns the entire Aurora Borealis. Hey, don't look at me. I don't make the rules. I just play the game. Not even large Japan Mickey Mouse, face of the largest media franchise of all time. Even stood a chance against large Mozart over here. Also, I guess Rhyperior's star effect, makes for a nice 3 out of 3 for the shiny effects. Hey, seriously, there's no water in sight. How can you outspeed me? It's up the full metal to seal the win for us instead. And with no shiny hunt necessary, we can finally move on to battling Hop again, and Team Simp, of course, until we get the attachment for our bike that lets us tread on water. I call this one Sonic Bike. And the next gym is this punk ghetto that seems to be closed to the public after they found out that their goth emo queen left for the gym challenge. It's alright, she shows us the secret way until we make it to Marnie's brother, the gym leader, who only battles without Dynamax Pokemon. I don't know what's going on here. He seems to be singing his heart out. Is someone gonna tell him that the mic's not plugged in? Also, if you couldn't tell by his spiky dreadlocks and microphone and the entire aesthetic of this town, this is a dark type gym. To add a little insult to injury, this guy's main Pokemon is Obstagoon, which is basically the Gene Simmons of Zigzagoon evolutions. So I made sure to defeat him with our, very regular normie Zigzagoon. I've pressed Do Not Evolve on almost 30 times now. And now we can finally battle the last gym leader, Rayhan, the champion Leon's rival and the Dragon Trainer. No puzzles necessary here, which makes for a pretty annoying time, especially because his Gigantamax Pokemon is a 500-foot steel dragon skyscraper. But don't worry, I took it out with a mouse. Meaning we defeated 1 gym with every one of our team members. We can now move on to the final battles of the not-so-elite 4. 1 linear route before the champion area, but surprisingly has a lot of unskippable battles. But it's still a straight path at the end of the day, and no puzzles, that's it! This time around, we face all of the gym challengers, aka just, Hop and Marnie. Our first time battling them with Dynamax Pokemon. But Hop, however, doesn't have anything very cool. They didn't even give this man a Gigantamax Inteleon, because we didn't get a Gigantamax starter either, but still, could have had a Sniper Geico. But honestly, both fights go the exact same way as any other fight we've battled them in. To make it to Leon, who's literally just having a conversation with the president after trying to cancel the finals, but Leon wasn't having it. He's not canceling it anyways. You telling me I battled, 10s, if not 20 grunts, and traveled a 100-story elevator, battled waves of grunts all the way up here, just to give a look at Leon and that's it? I hope that's the last time that the tournament is interrupted. Today we wake up and it's time for the finals, where we'll have to battle Beatty, who is now the Fairy-type gym leader. But after this battle, we battle Nessa and Alistair again, and this time they have, foolish teams with very strong Pokemon, and even a new Gigantamax forms. Well, just for Nessa, because now she has a standing water Bowser. Very awesome. And we eventually have only Rayhan and the champion left. And this time we can battle Rayhan in a single battle. And he actually has a little bit more dragons, but also a Torkoal for some reason. My favorite dragon, a turtle. But at the end of the day, we just knocked down his skyscraper for the 2nd time, leading up to the very last battle against Hop's brother, Leon. Leon Paul. I mean, it's just Leon. There's an interruption, of course. And at least this time it's for a good reason. You see, the president has summoned Power Coal Satan, aka the darkest day in history. He thought, you know what? Let's just make history repeat itself by forcing it to. Well, honestly, this guy could give a champion a run for his money. He's got a pretty good team. Maybe gave this man a full Final Fantasy final boss theme. Is that you, Sephiroth? Justin Trudeau, Sephiroth? We eventually make it to the roof, where Leon has worn out Eternus, or coal power Satan dragon, if you're wondering what a Turnus is. Oh, when he goes to capture it, it breaks up and everything goes boom. Yeah, hold up, one sec. You're telling me the champion doesn't have access to Ultra Balls? Or even Great Balls for that matter? You could have just borrowed one from every single ball mascot at every single arena. They just give them away for free. Of course, it's up to us to defeat Eternus. After we do so, it just goes Gigantamax. It becomes the Hand of God. Yeah, this one's not so good. You know, it's not very much the Hand of God. You see this form? It's so powerful our Pokemon can't even attack it. They're too scared or something. Thanks to the power of anime and the, one whole filler arc I didn't even mention in the story where we walked down a narrow linear forest and found the Sword and Shield before this, we summoned the 2 Jesus dogs. Or I guess, Jesus' personas. We have the most anime battle of all time with Sword Dog and Shield Dog. And I even throw a Dynamax-sized love ball at this massive demonic creature. And we even end up capturing it. And finally see how strong this unbeatable champion is. Oh, they weren't kidding about this. He's actually the real deal. I'm gonna have to go get some held items for our team. Oh, just like an assault vest for my already large rock dinosaur thing. Just so it can live one attack from the Ghost Sword and Shield and earthquake it away, leaving only his seismic toad, where we take it out with 2 X scissors from Scizor. Football tricks is for kids over here, giving me a very hard time defeating my sashed Butterfree and even Japan Mickey Mouse. Until Rock Goblin deals with it eventually, and even the Haxorus too, leaving only his Dragapult and his Charizard left. And with the help of many other Pokemon, Scizor is eventually able to defeat the Dragapult, and only his Charizard is left. You see, except we're running really low on Pokemon. And Scizor is only, 4 times weak to fire. And this Charizard is even extra fire now. That is Gigantamax into a Digimon. Charizard digivolved into War Charizard. Ended up wasting all 3 turns of his Gigantamax, thanks to, Zigzagoon taking one for the team, and, of course, Scizor. All in order to buy us more time for the Dragon Balls to bring back Goblin Rock, so that we can eventually take him out with a one-hit KO, Stone Edge, defeating the undefeatable champion, Leon, and becoming the first ever Shiny Pokemon champion with a full team of Shiny Pokemon caught across 5 different Pokemon regions and Canada. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to drop a like and comment if you enjoy. All interactions help. And if you're looking for a more competitive challenge, check out my video on Shiny Only, the hardest Pokemon ROM hack ever, and even doing it in a hardcore Nuzlocke. Of course, check out my video on Clock Tower. I've been R9, and I hope you had yourselves a damn good time.